Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is absolutely breaking the NFL universe apart right now. In over 20 years working as a scout, analyst, and insider, I've seen some insane moves, teams trading future Hall of Famers, blockbuster drafts, secret negotiations that could shake the league to its core. But what's happening today? It surpasses even those jaw-dropping moments. Something unprecedented is unfolding behind the scenes, and I guarantee you, it involves a level of strategic genius, financial gymnastics, and raw talent that could redefine the AFC landscape. And what's even more shocking, the biggest piece of this puzzle, it's not just a rumor. It's a carefully orchestrated move, a masterstroke in the making. And trust me, if it goes through, the ripple effects will be felt for decades. Before I reveal what's really happening, I need your full attention. Hit that subscribe button now, smash the like if you're hungry for insider info, and turn on the bell because what I'm about to unfold is so explosive that only those truly in the know will understand the scope of this game-changing maneuver. If you're just here for casual takes, you might want to click away. But if you're a die-hard NFL fanatic, if you live and breathe this sport like I do, then stay with me. Because what I'm about to share could be the biggest NFL story of 2026. And remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, and what's coming, it's so much bigger than anyone could have imagined. Let me take you behind the curtain, into the very depths of NFL power plays, secret meetings, and the kind of analytics and scouting that only a select few insiders have access to. First, a little context. Cleveland Browns. Head coach Todd Monken just arrived, fresh off a successful stint transforming offenses in Baltimore, and suddenly, they've become the most aggressive franchise in the league. Rumors swirling about a massive overhaul, a new paradigm, but what's really behind the scenes? It's not just about signing the next big star or fixing a shaky offensive line. No, this is about the kind of strategic move that could shift the NFL balance of power for years. The Cleveland Browns, under Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry, are about to make a statement. They're looking at the current roster, the draft capital, and most importantly, the talent that can elevate this team from good to legend. And one name keeps coming up, Jonathan Taylor. Yes, the same Jonathan Taylor you watched tear through defenses in Indianapolis in 2021, leading the league in rushing yards and touchdowns. But why would the Browns, sitting comfortably with Nick Chubb, even consider making a move for him? Because, folks, this isn't just about adding talent. This is about rewriting the blueprint of what a dominant offense looks like. Now, let me give you a quick breakdown of Cleveland's current needs. Their biggest Achilles heel? Consistency at the running back position. Nick Chubb is a workhorse, an absolute beast, but he's coming off injury and is in the twilight of his prime. The offensive line? Improving but still shaky against top-tier defenses like Baltimore or Pittsburgh. The passing game. Decent but lacking that explosive element to stretch the field, something that can open up the run game even more. Defensive quarterback pressure. The pass rush has been inconsistent, and the secondary needs upgrades to handle the AFC's elite passing attacks. Bottom line. Cleveland needs a game changer, someone who can elevate their entire team, not just supplement what they already have. Enter Jonathan Taylor. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Isn't he a colt? They just signed him to an extension, right? True, but here's where the insider info gets crazy. Sources close to the league, top-level scouts, agents, and even NFL executives are buzzing that the Browns are quietly negotiating a monumental deal. Why? Because Taylor's talent, his chemistry with a new coaching staff, and his fit within Cleveland's scheme are bar none. He's more than just a power back, he's a game changer. Let's analyze his film, shall we? Taylor isn't just a bruiser, though that's his primary archetype, he's also a technician. His vision is elite. On runs from the backfield, he reads blocks like a chess master, often setting up defenders before making his move. His burst? Lightning quick, able to hit gaps with a lethal combination of power and speed. Remember that game against Kansas City in 2021? Taylor ran for over 170 yards, breaking tackles and showcasing an ability to take over games in the most hostile environments. His yards after contact? Nearly 4.8 yards per carry in his peak seasons, ranking among the best of the best. And his ability to catch out of the backfield. Underappreciated but crucial for a modern NFL offense. Last season, he averaged over 8 yards per reception, showing he's not just a one-trick pony. Advanced metrics. His elusive rating, top 3 in the league, meaning defenders struggle to bring him down. His breakaway speed. Top tier, capable of turning a 4-yard gain into a 70-yard touchdown on any given play. And he's still just 27, prime for another 3-4 dominant seasons. That's why scouts compare him favorably to the best in NFL history. Adjectives like unstoppable, explosive, and game-preserving pop up in every top analyst's report. Now here's where it gets even more intriguing. I've got insider intel that Cleveland is prepared to offer multiple draft picks, perhaps a first, a second, and a starting offensive lineman, plus a player package that would make Colts management sit up straight. The Colts. They're in the middle of a rebuild, and the allure of multiple high picks, especially if the Browns agree to pay a sizable chunk of Taylor's salary for 2026, is too tempting to ignore. The cap space. Adjusted, maneuvered, and secret negotiations are underway to make this happen without too many financial headaches. Remember, Jacksonville did a similar move last year with Etienne, and the NFL has shown repeatedly that the right back can transform an entire offense. So, how could this trade really go down? Well, I've spoken to sources who say Cleveland's front office has been quietly preparing for this moment since late last season. They've crunched the numbers, negotiated with Taylor's agent, and have contingency plans if Indianapolis digs in its heels. The key is the salary cap. Taylor's extension is friendly enough that Cleveland could absorb or allocate funds creatively, through restructuring, void years, and strategic cap hits, to bring him in without crippling the roster. Imagine a Browns offense that now features Taylor pounding defenses on early downs, opening up play action for Deshaun Watson, or even a new QB prospect like Shedeur Sanders, who's being evaluated at the Senior Bowl. The run game would instantly elevate the overall scheme, more explosive, more unpredictable, more dangerous. Defenses would have to respect the threat of Taylor at all times, creating space for Cleveland's emerging passing attack. And trust me, with Coach Monken's offensive genius, integrating Taylor into the system would be seamless. What about the impact on team chemistry and locker room dynamics? Taylor has proven to be a professional, respected in Indy, no known conflicts, so he would immediately command respect in Cleveland. His mentality, ferocious, driven, hungry for titles. And given the Browns' recent struggles in the playoffs, especially their inability to consistently run the ball in clutch moments, adding Taylor addresses a glaring weakness head-on. But let me emphasize, this isn't just about adding a star, it's about rewriting the narrative of the AFC. Because Cleveland, with Taylor, transforms into an instant contender, an offense that can control the clock, impose physical dominance, and keep their defense fresh. The AFC playoff picture, a chaos storm, Buffalo, Kansas City, Cincinnati, they'd all be put on notice. The idea of Taylor in a Browns uniform. It's a nightmare for defenses, top-tier talent, scheme versatility, and the leadership to elevate the entire franchise. Now I know what you're asking. What's the timeline? When could this happen? Insider sources tell me the Browns are ready to move quickly if Indianapolis shows willingness. The NFL trade deadline? Summer training camp. I'd bet my reputation that all signs point toward a deal being announced by mid-March. The moment the new league year begins and free agency heats up, this move could be the spark that ignites the entire offseason. But here's the kicker. If this trade goes through, it's not just a win for Cleveland. It's a warning shot across the league. A statement that the Browns are all in, that they're willing to make bold moves to seize their place at the top. And trust me, the ripple effects will be felt everywhere, from Jacksonville to Kansas City, from Buffalo to Cincinnati. This is franchise-altering, and it's happening right now behind closed doors. So what should you be watching? Keep your eyes on the Colts front office, the NFL insiders whispering about negotiations, and Cleveland's draft and cap space plans. The pieces are falling into place, and the moment it's done, it will be the biggest shockwave of the NFL offseason, rewriting destinies and elevating the AFC landscape to a new level of chaos. In conclusion, folks, this isn't just a rumor. It's a strategic, calculated move that could set a new standard for NFL front offices. Jonathan Taylor in Cleveland. It's not just a fantasy, it's a possibility that could become reality in weeks. And trust me, once this deal is done, everything changes, the landscape shifts, and the league, it becomes unrecognizable. Stay tuned, watch this space, because what's coming, it's more than a trade, it's a revolution. and only those paying close attention will truly understand the magnitude of what's unfolding. Buckle up, because the NFL's most explosive chapter is about to write itself.